guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. I've had a super hectic week, but you know what I have been secretly indulging on is the Squid Game on Netflix. By now, I guess most of you have already watched this series, and since the Squid Game is not really child friendly, I have been waking up at like 6 in the morning to watch this, and over the last few days I've actually completed watching the Squid Game. So after watching the Squid Game, it was only natural that I wanted to try the Dalgona candy. If you haven't seen me before, my name is Divya Sahadevan and this channel is my little corner where I get to share all the little things that I'm passionate about with you guys. So I looked up the recipe of the Dalgona candy online and it just asked for 2 ingredients. Yes, 2 ingredients is all you need to make this at home. But let me tell you, the recipe is very deceptively easy. There is a little bit of technique involved in getting it right, and I had to try it a couple of times before I got it right. So I had a lot of burnt candy before I actually managed to get it right. So on today's video, I'll tell you how you can make the Dalgona candy at home and a few tips so that you get it right the first time. So let's get started.
So let's take a look at the ingredients, and all you need is 2 ingredients. You need plain regular white sugar and you need baking powder or baking soda, both work. And I had both of these at home, so I'm ready to make my candy. And before you start, make sure that you've done all your prep, because once this gets started, you really won't get time for any. So make sure you have like a parchment paper or wax paper by the side of your workstation. And the next thing that you need is a ladle, and I'm using the steel ladle, which is big enough to hold 2 tablespoons of sugar. You need something to stir your sugar. They use chopsticks, but a spoon works just fine. And you need something to make the impression on your cookie. So I did not have any cookie cutters, but I had something by which I can just kind of, give a circular shape. So that's what I'm using. Now to start off, take 2 tablespoons of your sugar in the ladle. And you want to use the smallest burner of your stove and keep stirring in your sugar as it keeps melting from the sides. Just keep stirring it so you don't want it to burn, and this can take some time. And make sure you don't let your ladle go really hot, and you don't want it to all happen too soon. So keep lifting it off the heat and just controlling the heat to get it to be a little, once it's all melted, it's going to be nice and watery and flowy liquid like this. I'm going to switch off my stove and I'm going to put in approximately half a teaspoon or just a pinch of the baking powder. Stir it well, and you can see here it's not really bubbling, but I'm just taking this time to stir it really well. And this way you can really control your candy and make sure it doesn't burn. Now I'm just going to warm up this mixture until it starts bubbling, and once it starts bubbling, I'm going to take it off. So again, make sure you control the heat, take it off the heat when you feel it's getting too hot, and just keep a close eye on your mixture. And as soon as you notice that it's bubbling, you can take it off. So you can see here it's starting to bubble, it's starting to kind of get foamy. And I'm going to just take it a little bit more, and this is starting to look good. Can you see that it's got like nice and foamy? And that's when I'm going to take it off the heat and just directly pour this into my wax paper. And I'm just going to use my spoon to kind of give it a nice circular shape. There are other ways to do it, which I saw it online, but all of those are really complicated, and you could just end up ruining your candy. So this is the easiest technique that I saw. You just use your spoon to draw out the circle, and clearly the impression that I've taken is big for my candy. So I just looked around and found this tiny lid of a honey bottle, and I'm just going to press this into my candy, giving it, yeah, you can see that. So I'm just going to make sure you give it a good, press it nicely in so that you get a good impression on your candy. And you want to leave it on for at least a couple of seconds. So if it's too hard, don't try to, just pull it off. Just give it a few seconds to till your when you touch your candy, it's kind of hardened, and then you should be able to pull it off, and you should have got a nice impression like this. My candy is still stuck to my wax paper, so don't try to pull it off. It will easily come off once it's cooled a bit. So all you need to do is wait for a couple of seconds. It doesn't take long, and it's going to easily just slide off the paper. And I'm just going to try, and you can see it just slides off just like that. And this is how my candy looks. It feels like glass, it feels really nice and brittle. And now let's taste this. Did you just hear that crack? So I just left the sound on this video just so you could hear that crunch. That is real. So taste wise, I would say it's nice, it's sweet, but the texture and just the feel, I think that's what's unique about the candy. It's got a nice, I don't really know how to explain it, a biscuity, candy-ish, toffee-ish kind of feel, and it just feels really nice to crunch on. And of course, I'm not going to leave this without playing my own game. Seems like the circle pattern is pretty easy to kind of cut out. I cannot imagine doing this on the umbrella, but the circle pattern is definitely much easier. Well, oops, looks like I'm dead.
So that's it, you guys. If you love the Squid Game, you should try out this recipe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again next week with a new video. Till then, take care. It's me, Devi, signing out.
How is it?
Good.
Wow.